So then I said, you aren't the only one cursed with knowledge.
I nearly spit out my drink after hearing that. What? Sayori, there is no way you just dropped a quote from a superhero movie like that.
It's true, but I guess the teacher didn't like hearing that from me, so he sent me to the principal's office. And this all happened last week. How come I'm barely finding out about this now? I didn't think it was worth mentioning. I'd even get in trouble.
But that's actually hilarious, though.
Yeah, I guess it is. Oh hey, there's Natsuki!
I turned around and sure enough, there she was standing in line at the microwaves to heat up her food.
Oh yeah. Wanna invite her to sit with us again? Oh. Wait a minute, look again. She doesn't really seem to be in a great mood.
I turned back around and noticed she actually seems annoyed. Huh. Are you sure that's just not how she normally looks?
Maybe, but I don't know. Something seems off about her. But all the more reason to invite her over to have lunch with us then, yeah?
I don't know. I don't want to bother if she's going through something.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Both watch Natsuki. She removes her food from the microwave and then walks over to a table of girls I've never seen before. I'm assuming those are her other friends she talks about sometimes.
Yep, she's never really said anything great about them, but it's not really any of our business.
Yeah. I look back towards Natsuki's table. They seem to be having a good time and amongst themselves, laughing loudly and doing whatever it is girls do during lunch. Eat. When we sell cafeterias, I would just eat. Sayori seems more and more distracted by what's going on over there, though. I'm not sure what she's overheard, but it seems to be bothering her. What? I look back around and place both of my hands on the table. Do you have any other Sayori tales that you'd like to tell me?
Oh yeah, this one time I had this dream where I owned the Brazilian chinchillas.
Chinchillas? Like the small grey mouse things?
Yeah!
Why those animals specifically?
Because I've got one right here in my bag.
Sayori reaches into her bag, to which I immediately respond, What? No! Don't bring him out! Something fuzzy immediately smacks me in the face, and I let out a particularly girly scream. Of course, it's Plush idiot. As I recover from fear, I realized it was nothing more than a small stuffed animal.
I got you good, didn't I?
But what's wrong with girly screams anyway? Why are high screams girly in particular? They're all just screams and expression of emotion. I never understood like also this with like when people were like pretending to almost hit you or something and you flinch and they're like, oh, you flinched, oh haha. Like I don't know if it was primary school or like we don't really have like a middle school and then a high school. They're like one thing in Germany. Except in a few cases I've noticed, but like in my case it was that way. But like in like 7th grade I believe I've noticed that people were like doing that. Geez, Sayori, how long were you planning on that one?
At least 2 days. That's some dedication. It was totally worth it though.
Sure, whatever. I'm just glad nobody heard me scream like that. That was embarrassing. Let me see that stuffed animal. Sayori hands it over to me and lets me observe it carefully. It's not a chinchilla. In fact, I don't really know what that is. Seems to be just some random stuffed mouse that Sayori brought home from home. I playfully toss it back to Sayori, who catches it and giggles.
You can scare me, Erica. I am unstoppable!
Hello, Sayori. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that.
Oh, it's just you, Yuri.
Scary, anyway.
Hello, Yuri!
Sayori wraps her arms around Yuri. Again. Why do you insist on hugging me all the time?
Oh, do you want me to stop?
Not particularly. But
I'm not hearing it, no!
Oh god, no. I can't stand such sentences. I really can't. I remember in my smaller, I don't even know if I would call it friend group, but they're like a handful of friends there, like 2. And we were out one day, and I remember all the time they were making like weird jokes. That were like, ugh. And to be honest, it's really ruined my mood. I didn't really know how to express it to them though. But it was really uncomfortable. So we're just going to pretend like you didn't just scream like a little girl just then, because that was hilarious.
Shut up, Minnie!
Sorry, Sayori.
It's okay, I was getting too cocky anyways.
Yeah, I kinda saw Yuri coming over, so I just let it happen.
Hey, that makes you even more of a meanie.
I am unstoppable! Well, I came over because I heard a strange scream coming from this table, and I knew it came from you guys. Alright, I yield.
Alright, girl power!
Yuri, the girl's girl! Apologies, Aragon. It was a low-hanging fruit. I had to go for it. Leave men alone who scream girly. They're the most fun men. Or guys. I know someone who, like, identifies as a guy but doesn't like being called a man. So you know what? I'll just call my friends guys. I tend to call my girlfriends not women either, but like also just rather girls, so guys and girls. The G's, I guess. I'm just surprised you did. I didn't think you'd have to... you'd have it in you to be funny.
Are you kidding? You can be the funniest girl in the whole club.
I don't know about that. By the way, Yuri, do you know anything about Natsuki's other friends? You glimpses and spots the table Natsuki is sitting at. Well, that's not really any of my concern. Right, sorry. Sue and I were just curious, I guess. It's alright. Do you both mind if I join you?
Not at all! You can sit next to me!
Lays herself down gracefully and pulls out her bento box. Yuri is a very graceful person. Yuri continues on as normal, with Sayuri sharing some other tall tales and Yuri providing her own insight. Natsuki doesn't really get brought up again. For some reason though, I can't not think about her. Sure, I basically had this big crush on her at the start, but I don't think that should mean that I can't care about her. And Sarah was right. She did look pretty upset. More than she usually does anyway. Oh well, nothing I can do about that now. Yuri, Sayori and I all finish up our lunches and get ready to tackle the rest of the school day. Okay, we're the first ones here. We have to be quick about this.
Yeah, let's get these manga organized. But how are they supposed to be organized in the first place?
We're putting all the same series together in the start. For example, I pick up 3 Attack the Titans volumes and place them in order on a shelf. There, just like that.
Right, good thinking. So then... Ooh!
She opens up a manga with a particularly strange cover. Sayori, what's that?
I think it's some of Natsuki's lewd manga.
Sayori casually turns the open manga around, which causes me to blush instantly. Jeez, Sayori, you seem awfully casual about this.
It's not a big deal to me. This stuff exists like any other manga, right?
I guess so. I'm currently thinking about my manga. I don't know about Inuyasha anymore, but that thing had like 30 volumes. In Angels of Death it wasn't in there. At least not outside of the episode 0 ones. I haven't read all of the episode 0 things. Happy Sugar Life is something else. The Spider manga had a bit of content like that, I think. It wasn't exactly explicit, especially at the beginning. It was more like violence there at the beginning. I haven't really fully finished Killer in Love yet. So Killer in Love? I don't know. I don't remember the exact same name right now. Still need to check that up. Guess so. I just didn't think Natsuki would have had this in her collection, let alone kept it here in the club.
Aragon, do you recognize this manga? You seemed to blush pretty hard when I showed it to you.
Oh, shit. No. No, of course I don't. And what do you expect? It's a bunch of naked girls.
I'm just teasing.
I mean, there are... I know a handful of guys who probably wouldn't blush at that. No, I know they wouldn't blush at that. Generally... Even sometimes when they are, like, into something, they don't really blush. I think I'm one of the only people in my friend group who, like, actually has the problem with, like, being very visibly blushing. Like, when I'm embarrassed at something, my face turns red. Like, I genuinely could be an anime character in that regards, because I will blush.
Let's put this back along with the rest. We don't want to fall behind.
Right, let's continue then. We both organized the manga on the shelf, keeping each series together as well as making sure they are all in order. It only took a few more minutes to organize everything. Piece of cake! All before the others arrived too.
Yep, hopefully Natsuki loves it when she gets here.
As soon as she finished saying that, the club door opens up. To my surprise, all 3 girls walk in at the same time. Hello everyone! I see we've all arrived at the exact same time for once.
Except me and Aragon. We showed up early. By the way, Natsuki, you should go check out the closet. We left a big surprise for you there.
Oh, okay. Natsuki goes over to the back of the room to check out the closet. Yuri whispers to us, "What did you guys do? You didn't do anything bad, did you?" I hope not. We just organized a manga for her since we didn't do it yesterday. Natsuki's back, not really looking any different from before.
Well, did we do an okay job?
Yeah, you did okay. Just whatever.
Hey, is something wrong, Natsuki?
No, nothing. Get off my case, Sayori. Monica, isn't there some poem sharing we can do or something? If not, I'm just going to go read over there. I mean, excuse me, Aragon. Would you do me a huge favor? Sure, what is it? There's a particular book I need from the library, but I don't want to cause any trouble by leaving again. Oh, right away then. Which book do you need? Yuri pulls out her phone and scrolls around for a bit. Turns it around and shows me a picture of a book with the title blurred out. The cover art is also hard to see. It seems to depict a door with the word read rum written on it. Huh, kind of an awful photo. Precisely. I need help finding it based on the cover art alone. You don't remember what it's called at all? I can't really recall. But I do know that the title starts with the... Yuri's giving me a very calm but strange smile. Monica, do you know something? You started sweating. In any case, looks like I really don't have a choice anymore. Besides, she's got a point. Her leaving the club for a long period of time would probably cause more harm than good. Alrighty then, I'll be right back. Hope they can find it. Good luck. That was a bit strange. I mean, I guess I see where she's coming from, but it seemed so sudden. In any case, it's time to go book hunting. I head down the hallway and towards the library. Hopefully I don't have any overdue books. Haha, who am I kidding? I never go to the library. Is this intentional? Okay, it is intentional. I struggle to hide the pain in my face as something changes dramatically. While I was unusually able to tell exactly what happens within the code before, This time I can't seem to tell at all. Was it really that easy for her to just make him leave like that? Why? How?
I should probably go with him.
Actually, Sayori, I really appreciate if you stayed here. What's going on here, Yuri? Why did you send Aragon on a wild goose chase for a buck? It wasn't that obvious, was it? I could have sworn I did a good job at that. Please, I knew something was up the moment you didn't know the name to the freaking shining. May as well tell us what this is all about now. Yuri fidgets ever so slightly as she takes a deep breath and sighs. Maybe I should go find Aragon myself. Who are they to stop me from doing that anyway? I'll just say I need to use the bathroom or something. The game stubbornness only seems to show itself when I'm blatantly obvious about what I'm doing. So surely this won't. I wanted to get Aragon out of the room for a moment. Because this is something I know you wouldn't like for him to hear. Yuri? Don't! Natsuki's face suddenly flares up. Looking almost ready to explode. It seems like Yuri knows her just as much as I do. Yuri? I don't know what you're trying to do here, but maybe this isn't the best idea. You have to talk to us about it, Natsuki. About what? There's nothing to talk about! This is stupid. Just shut up. I'm going to go read over there. Leave me alone. She walks over to the closet to probably pull out some manga and call it a day. How come I'm suddenly interested in how this is going to play out? I'm such a bad friend. I shouldn't have said anything, I'm sorry.
That's not true. You're a wonderful friend.
What should I even say here? Do I even care about Natsuki to try and fix whatever it is she's going through?
Monica, what do you think? What should we do?
Both girls look at me with a genuine look of sincerity. A look that really proves how much they care and want to help their friend. I don't understand why I feel so compelled to help her as well. Okay, Monica. Let's suck it up for just a bit. It's time to be a club president. Okay, you two. I know more about Natsuki than you might think. Yuri, did she ever tell you about... Shh! Don't say it! Not so loud! Right, sorry. I lower my voice to a whisper. There's something you two may not know. At the start of this club, I caught her hanging out with her other friends after school, right before the club meeting started. They don't treat her right. From an outsider's perspective, it could even be argued she's being bullied and pushed around by them. So you're already aware of this predicament she's found herself in? Pretty much. She told me a little bit about it while we were spending some time together. It's something she's super sensitive about. She's never even told me the full story.
It sounds like she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it. Maybe she feels like she'd be betraying them if she talked bad about them.
I think so too. But I don't want to push her to talk about it. Well, do you want to hear my opinion? I feel like we might have to try. It's clearly bothering her. It's been going on for a very long time. We're her friends, aren't we? We have to step in and help her out. Sometimes when it comes to our friends, we have to take control over the situation as best we can. But I still want to help my friend. Though much is true. I look over towards Natsuki, who is barely walking out of the closet with some manga. We make eye contact with each other for a brief moment before she looks away and returns to the closet. Are you suggesting we just confront her and force her to tell us then? Precisely. That sounds like a novel idea. But I don't really have any other ideas. What about you, Sayori?
I see it's time for some tough love. We have to show Natsuki that we're here for her no matter what. Natsuki! Sayori suddenly yells at the top of her lungs and runs over to the closet.
First there's a bit of arguing.
Sayori, what do you want? Leave me alone. Hey, don't grab that one! Come to the group then. You're threatening me with that? Just come on.
That's not a good idea. That's not a good approach right now. You see, I can see the point, but we're literally... Oh god, no, that doesn't... No. Now there's a lot of pushing and shoving. Alright! Stop it, Sayori! Get it! Sayori and Natsuki both joined the group, with Natsuki not looking too pleased about how all this has turned out. I thought I made it pretty clear I don't really want to talk about this. And Yuri, the only reason why you even know about this in the first place is because I accidentally slipped out. I know. I'm sorry. It's just that I don't really... I don't like seeing you like this. I seem to have missed the part where that's supposed to be my problem. Come on, Natsuki, don't talk to her like that. Please, like you're in any place to tell me how I should be talking to her.
Natsuki, it's clear that you're upset.
Yeah, maybe it's because all of you are ganging up on me like this. I mean, can you at least show me a bit of respect? Jeez. We'll stay silent for a moment. She's got a point. I realized that we all just sort of attacked her and expected her to just open up to us immediately after. I wonder if we also have like the messages of balance, reflection, and self-love in there. Because we've mentioned like trust and we had a bit of understanding in there as well. Now we have like a bit of respect. Let's see. Yuri fidgets around a bit while Natsuki continues to avoid making eye contact with any of us. Sorry. Curiously, she hasn't bothered returning to the closet or even bothered leaving the room. With her angry, she seems surprised she hasn't just left. Hey, do you remember our first ever fight? Don't you think we've really connected with each other since then? Yeah, I guess so. So you should know better than anyone else that I would love to stop talking about this, please. This. Yeah. I still remember each and every one of your talks and discussions as well. I still fail to see how that has anything to do with this. Yuri takes a deep breath and lets out a sigh. I think it has everything to do with this. How? Don't you see that we're all standing here for a reason? Don't you see that we just want to help? Ugh, this again. Monica, I'm taking off. I don't really appreciate being treated this way. Why are you running away from us? Is that what you really want? Who said I'm running away from you? I just want to leave. You're better than this. I know you are. I don't care what you think. What I do is none of your or anyone else's business. Well, we care about you, Natsuki. I'm not a charity case. Are you sure? What? You don't know me. You don't know anything about me.
Guys, please don't fight.
I know everything about you. You're an open book. Your entire demeanor changes, so much so it's almost overwhelming. I'm an open book? Psh, look in the mirror, Yuri. That's exactly my point. You're scared. Shut the hell up, Yuri! You've never actually had a true friend. If you don't shut your mouth, I'll swear I'll push me away. Like everyone else, you've pushed away because you're terrified of getting hurt. What? I'm so terrified of being bullied, mocked, isolated. Even when you do miraculously find real friendship, you freak out and push them away too. I've seen all of this before. That's why it's easy to read. Because I've already read it. You and I are far more similar than you think. We're the same, Natsuki. Natsuki and you stare at each other for a few seconds, breathing heavily. In fact, Natsuki is the one that seems to be breathing a lot faster than Yuri. She looks down and runs out of the room. Did I mess that up?
I don't think so. I just think that maybe it was a little too much for her to handle.
Allow her to process what you just heard, maybe. She might just need to think about it some more. I just get frustrated. Seeing her act this way when I know, deep down, she really wants help with this stuff. Not like I'm any better. The two girls awkwardly look down at the floor and I follow suit as a result. I don't really know what they're thinking right now, but for me, I'm just confused. I used to be so angry and rageful, but now I just don't understand anything anymore. It's my fate now. To just endlessly float in this place, stuck trying to deal with these fake problems that ultimately mean nothing. What is the point of all this? When will this game show its hand? Girls? You all did good today, even if it might not feel like it. Nobody is perfect at handling these situations, but I believe that she'll come around.
I sure hope so. Natsuki can be kind of confusing sometimes.
How so?
You know how she can be. She doesn't really talk about her personal stuff with us. She always pushes it aside, and I think she prefers to keep it that way.
You're right. Whenever we've hung out together, things never really got past talking about books or manga. Don't get me wrong, she asked me about my own personal life before, but I never really wanted to pry into hers. She's always been a very reserved person, and not afraid to keep those feelings inside no matter how intense they are, sometimes quite aggressively. I let it aside and sit on top of the desk up front. As I swing my legs back and forth in contemplation, I think back to the talk Natsuki had the other day. She had mentioned her past with me, with not much restraint either.
I'm going to go find her. She couldn't have gone for—
No, I can't let you do that.
Huh? Why not?
I have an idea. I'll go out and look for her. I'd like to think I'm somewhat of a mitigator in the situation. That doesn't sound like a good idea. You may be right about that, but remember what Sayori said earlier? We have to show Natsuki that we're here for her, no matter what. That still stands.
We can go with you then.
No, that's not the best idea either. Considering you just forced her out of her comfort zone earlier, she's probably not going to be too thrilled to see you right now. She dejectedly agrees. As my move to pick up my stuff. You guys can trust me, right? I don't know. Can we? She glares at me not in an angry or disappointed way, but rather a way that reminds me of what happened just 1 week ago. Right. Well, actions speak louder than words, don't they? I wonder about that. I take a deep breath and sigh.
You sure about this?
Absolutely.
Well, if you say so.
I walk towards the door and slide them open. Phew. Okay, so if I were Natsuki, where would I go? I wave my hands in the air only to realize the console doesn't appear whatsoever. Figures. At this point, this is part of the further course. With no real way to access the code now, it's basically a guessing game on where these characters are going to be. Let's see. Yeah, let's start there. I can't believe Yuri didn't know the name to The Shining. I mean, I should probably feel bad for not recognizing the cover myself, but the literal horror story expert needing help finding this book? There's something fishy about that. I make my way back towards the school and what? Natsuki, what are you doing out here? Natsuki's sitting on a bench all by herself. She does respond when I call out to her. I quickly look around and slowly walk up to her. Hey, you alright? She sniffles and rubs her nose. It almost seems like she just finished crying. Yeah, fine. I'd actually like to ask you something. Sure, shoot. Have you ever regretted something you said, like, basically the moment it comes out of your mouth? Oh, yeah, plenty of times. Not a feeling I'm familiar with at all. Why? Did something happen in the club? Sort of. It's not really anything I feel like talking about though, so don't even ask. Alright, I won't even try. I should ask to scooch over the bench to allow me to some room. She reluctantly scooches over and sighs. Yeah, there are lots of things I've regretted saying pretty much instantly. Yeah? Did it have to do with anything involving your friends? Mm-hmm. Sayori. Ah. I won't ask any more details about that. We sit together quietly for a while, not really feeling awkward or anything. Aragon, do you think I belong in the club? I turn towards her slightly confused, but she seems pretty dead serious. Bit of a loaded question, isn't it? It's a yes or no question. Then my answer is yes. Elaborate. This is no longer a yes or no question then. Yes or no question then. She doesn't say anything and looks only away from me. Only looks away from me. I'm not sure why she's asking me this, but given that she's out here by herself and probably just finished crying. Did you ever fight with Yuri? She closes her eyes and sighs. I guess it's a yes. I sit back in the bench. As I sit back in the bench, I see something strange from across the courtyard. In the school entrance, I see a silhouette that could only belong to one person. Is that Monica? Natsuki sits up and gets a closer look at the door, which causes the silhouette of our club president to disappear. She throws herself back in the bench and sighs once again. Yeah, we had a fight. It was about some dumb stuff, so it's not worth talking about, honestly. I see. Are you planning going back? Seems like Monica was out looking for you. Not a chance! At least, not today. Obviously something major went down today, but knowing Natsuki, she's probably never going to tell me the truth. Hey, do you know what I think is cool? You were able to fix Yuri and Monica's little scuffle last week, all by yourself. What makes you think that? Yeah, not only did you call Monica out on her strange behaviors, you were the only one to make the effort to reach out and talk things out with her. Well, it's only because I want to see things get fixed, you know? Nobody likes to see friends She pauses. Nobody likes to see friends fight. Right. That wasn't even my point with this, though. You asked me earlier if you felt like you belonged in the club. I think you being the one willing to step forward and solve issues between your friends proves you really do belong. Not that you really even needed to prove that to begin with. Yeah, we'll go with that. Listen, dude, I've got to get going. She gets up from the bench and dusts off her backside. Oh, alright. What about your stuff? You're just going to leave it behind? I'll figure that out myself. Don't worry about it. Okay then. Take care, Natsuki. It was more of a, don't worry about it. Her expression was more sad, but like, my voice for some reason couldn't do that in the moment. Natsuki walks towards the front of the school and is probably heading back home. I scratch my head as I look at the book I've been holding and get reminded to return back to the Weird Club. I instinctively look back behind me to see if Natsuki decided to come back for her stuff, even though she seemed pretty serious. Just what went down today that caused her to leave abruptly like this. It's not really her style to do so. Then again, last week proved I don't really know as much about these girls as I thought I did. I'll say it in all three. I say each part in a different girl's voice. Oh. Hey, Aragon! You're back from the library! What the? Yeah, okay. I assumed, given the way it was written, that it was definitely not Yuri, but I wasn't sure between Sayori and Monica. I look behind me again, and sure enough, Monica's right there. How did she do that? Yeah, I found the book you was looking for. I ran to Natsuki my way here, though. She seemed a little upset. Yeah, let's not look like you both didn't catch me looking for her. I just saw you two together, so I assumed that she'd be okay in your hands. So something did happen. Unfortunately, yes. Did she mention anything about it with you? I shake my head. Oh, I see. It's likely she didn't really want to talk about it with you, but I just wanted to not think about it at all, honestly. Sure seemed that way. Let's get back to the club then, shall we? I have to give this book to Yuri. By the way, don't you think it's weird that Yuri didn't know the name to The Shining? Isn't that a bit weird to you? We all forget things sometimes. I look down at the book and think about Yuri. Yeah, I guess. I walk back into the club room and the room suddenly feels tense. Yeah, something definitely happened here. Alright, spill it. What was with this book? I find it difficult to believe that you didn't know the name to one of the most popular horror novels ever. Sorry, I didn't mean to lie to you. It's just that this is personal to Natsuki, and I don't want to betray her trust. I see. I mean, you could have just told me. She shakes her head. It wasn't that easy. I didn't want to know about the things we were going to say. I feel like that's was probably also part of the reason why it was so troublesome to her. So I had to get you out of the room as quickly as I could. I see. Alright, I understand. Do you still want the book? Sure, why not? She slowly takes the book from me and places it on a nearby desk. So, since we can't really talk about what happened earlier, what now? Well, we can always... Meeting adjourn! Siri slams a fist on a desk like a judge slams a gravel. I'm trying to do it, but I'm kind of scared of... Ow! Hurting myself.
I have to get going. Mira and Eric have very important matters to discuss.
What?
What? What?
Sayuri, unpredictable as always.
Actually, you should know what I'm talking about.
Ah, that. She's right, we do have something to discuss. Alright then, just let me conclude today's meeting with an old-fashioned writing tip of the day. I hope the desk is okay after I smacked it. But it seems to be doing fine. Better than the chair, that's for sure. Friends are important to have around. I'd even go as far as to say they're important enough to be considered self-care. Sure, friends can fight sometimes, but what makes said friendship even stronger is the ability to work things out with one another. So make sure to show your friends some love today. Even just a short text message can be enough to show how much you care. Thanks for listening. Don't worry, I already sent some text messages to friends today. Sarah and I walk back home together, not really saying much to each other. I'm sort of prepared for a pretty long night of serious mode Sayuri, which consists of her pretending to be this stern authoritative figure to motivate me into getting my work done. It doesn't work. Alright, so what's the plan now?
Actually, I told a little small fib.
What? So this isn't about my grades?
Don't get the wrong idea either. You still have to work on that. You actually want to talk about what happened in the club today?
Ah! Wait. Everyone seemed to agree that it's personal to Natsuki. I don't want to know anything if it's her own personal biz.
I know. I guess I just feel like I should have done more. I feel like all I did was just stand there. I think I even made the situation worse by not really doing anything.
I think forcing out of her comfort zone was the bigger problem here.
I thought that maybe I could help, but I just couldn't. All I was able to do was watch.
I realize how Sayuri is starting to feel, but I'm not really sure how to go about handling it. Well...
It's okay, you don't have to say anything. I don't expect you to. It's just how I feel right now.
Open communication. I see. Well, this will all eventually pass over, I'm sure.
What do you mean? Like the Natsuki situation?
Yeah, but also how you're feeling as well. It should all pass with time.
What? Sometimes I really don't think that's the case.
Ah, yeah, I know how you feel. Sir gives me a strange glare after I say that.
Alright, I trust you.
What? You do?
Yep.
Well, alright then. Got any plans for later tonight?
Not really. I'm going to hang out with my mom this evening, though. I think my dad might be coming over as well.
Ah, your dad. I haven't seen him in a very long time. He's been working overseas, hasn't he? She nods.
That's right. I should get going.
Right. I'll start contacting some of my teachers and maybe work out some things with them about my grades. Should be a cakewalk.
Good luck with that. See you tomorrow.
I wave goodbye and walk towards home. Something about this interaction. Nah, it's nothing. Sarah does this all the time. I've gotten used to it by now. If anything, I'm finding myself more concerned with what exactly went down at the club today. It was definitely an argument, but it seems like much more than that. Because it wasn't about anything as simple as poetry. Not much I can do about it, I guess. I guess. Move my microphone. Violent Monica music intensifies.
Take a deep breath in. For the 10th time, I attempt to reopen the console. I shakily place my hands in the air and begin to move my fingers. Come on! I cry in pain, but I keep pushing. My fingers suddenly start to jumble up and glitch out. It feels like a bunch of frogs are being thrown at them all at once. Blood is streaming from my fingers. I feel the floor around me, yet I can't see a thing. Nothing but darkness as far as I can see. Did I go blind? No. I can see my own hands and my own body. Yet there isn't a single light source anywhere. Did I break everything? I grab my head in pain, so I raise my arms and put them into position once more. I move my fingers and... Huh? Monitor kernel access? Maybe this will work. Okay. If she's still here, then the game should still be intact. So, just what the heck happened earlier? Where am I? And what in the world is a monitor kernel access? So they're using like... the plus version definitely was out by the time that this was uploaded and written. %? 1% of what? I start to panic. I frantically try various commands, hoping something will give me an answer. What the hell? Without thinking, I type in delete monica.chr. I nearly execute the command. The process updates. I slowly hide the console from view and look down at my bloodied fingers. What's going to happen to me now? What have I done? I try to look around again, hoping to find something that I'm familiar with. Come on, just give me something. Anything. I'll do anything. I'll be the club president you want me to be. I'll do that if it means I can get out of here. I'll do that if it means I can fix this. Of course, nobody can hear me. I don't even know if you can hear me either. Maybe I'm just trapped here. Forever. It really does feel like that.
Monica? You home? I tried to call you before I came, but you didn't answer. Well, you're probably asleep now, but hopefully you're awake! I guess. My mouth is incredibly dry and my fingers still ache. I look down and see that my injuries still remain. So that wasn't a dream. In fact, I'm still standing in the exact same spot I was earlier. It's felt like days. Yet as I look down and check my phone, it's only been a few hours. A text message is also there, reading, Please can I come over, as well as a few missed calls. Coming, Natsuki! Stumble a bit as I try to regain my bearings. It's already too late when I realize that I haven't covered up any of my injuries. I open the door for the pink-haired girl and allow her to come in. I'm only able to greet her with a somewhat dejected smile. I'm usually able to hide my emotions quite well, but this time... Hey, thanks for letting me in. I was afraid you were asleep already. Is everything okay? Did you really walk all this way alone? At this time of night? I had nowhere else to go. I give a confused look. Nowhere else to go? She doesn't mean my dad kicked me out. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry I didn't answer the call earlier either. I was Whoa! What happened to your fingers? They look pretty banged up. Oh yeah! Yeah. I accidentally slammed them in the door. Worst pain in the world. No kidding! How did you manage to get all of them slammed like that? I begin to feel frustration as she starts to pester me with more questions. Let's not worry about me right now, okay? What about you? I just had a stupid argument with my dad, okay? It's nothing serious. I find that difficult to believe. No father would kick their own daughter out of their house like that. Yeah, you would think that would be the case for all parents. Yet I'm here, aren't I? Look, I appreciate you taking me in, but I don't really want to talk about this. I still haven't forgotten what you guys did to me earlier today. So I come here. You'd have to be stupid to think I'd go into Yuri's or Sayori's places. I don't know. You just seem like the middleman in this whole thing, I guess. I see. Well, I apologize if I don't really have any comfortable places for you to sleep. I've only got one bed. I was about to point it towards the couch behind us, but something is stopping me from even offering. If you're cool with it, we can share the bed. Really? You do that to me even after all I just said? Yeah, I don't really know either. But you think it's warranted. Fine. So long as you don't mind. Not at all. You're my guest after all. It's the least I can do. Right. She moves the backpack from off her bag and places it on the floor. So when she opened it up and take out her pajamas, I start thinking back to my experience. How lonely it all felt. How maddening the silence was. It was as if I had died, but my soul was trapped in limbo, waiting for someone to rescue it. Natsuki kind of did rescue you just now. Hey, is it alright if I use your bathroom to change? Of course! Feel free to make yourself at home. She scurries over towards my bathroom and shuts the door. I sigh and look back down at her backpack. Normally I wouldn't be this nosy, but I think my circumstances have allowed me to toss my morals out the window. I open up and see that she's got a few manga inside as well as a small plushie with a funny looking face. Cute. Other than that, there isn't anything that seems out of the ordinary. I close the backpack back up and walk to my kitchen to clean up my fingers. I don't know if Act 1 Natsuki's father or like side stories Natsuki's father around that would actually kick Natsuki out, but it certainly seems more likely than completely innocent Natsuki father and irredeemable piece of shit that beats her and stuff. I can move them around easily despite some pain, so they aren't broken. I think this is the first time the game has genuinely hurt me physically though, which only frightens me even more. I slowly turn the faucet knob and allow lukewarm water to run in between my fingers. I burn slightly, but it's nothing I can handle. I gently rub the blood off and take extra care to not go in at it too hard. So I wash my hands and think about the things I said before. How I'd do anything to try and fix what I've done. Maybe if I play the role this world wanted me to play, things will go back to normal. Though I dare try and open up the console again. Without much more thought, I slowly shift my hands up and perform the same motion I've been performing for as long as I can remember. It appears. The same message is still plastered in front of me, serving as a reminder that something is going to happen to me if I don't take action fast. Monitor kernel access reset. Monica's going to be reset? Well, her memory is be reset as well. Will the entire game reset in the progress? Process, not progress. My goals are no longer what they used to be now. Or maybe they are, just in a completely different context. I have to save myself from this world. So I grab a towel and dry my hands off. That is basically still somewhat the same goal. I walk back into the living room and Natsuki comes out from the bathroom at the exact same time. Aww. Almost clicked the wrong button. Reminds me of my fox pajamas. Hugs Pajamas are exactly what I'd expect them to be. Cute. Though I don't dare call that out. I assume you're ready for bed? I'm not exactly dressed for a fancy party, am I? I guess you're right. Let me show you to my room. We can set up there. I will now not get into my room. Nice room. Looks comfy. Let's see. I wonder where the piano, if she like has a piano at home, or if she like spawns the piano when she wants to play it, or if she only plays at school. We know from some images, like were like also published on like Monica's official Twitter account, a little bit about what like her house looks like. She has, for example, like these hanging plants. She certainly sure looks like she has a lot of money. She also has like something that looks similar to airports or something in her ears compared to everyone else. Who either wears like headphones, or Sayuri, I'm pretty sure, just has it like talking loudly. So she seems to like the one with the most wealth there. Besides Yuri, maybe. Because even though she wears like headphones, they could just be like a preference. And Yuri's room, like with the amount of books there, also looks very like fancy. Nice room, looks comfy. It's nothing special, but it's home, I guess. Jokes around for a short bit before sitting on my bed. What's up? I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kindness you're showing me. I've been so rude to you. I'm still expecting you to let me stay here. I think I did deserve all that shit you guys gave me earlier today. You were all alright. I'm too damn afraid to face reality. I can't talk about how I feel with others. I can't. This is my chance. This is how I can fix everything. If I make this better, then my own life will be better as a result. Natsuki, you're my friend. And my friends deserve all the kindness I can provide. I know reason if I'm making a few questionable decisions that might not make you trust me. But I'm trying to make up for that. I'm more than happy to take you in tonight. So don't worry about that. She wipes her tears away. Sorry I had to see that. I should also thank you for helping me and Yuri work things out. It's kind of admirable. Huh? What is? How mature you can actually be. Oh. Can we just get to bed? I'm tired. Sure, let me get the lights. Ooh. It might seem weird, but I really just want a picture of this night room. I shift the lights and scooch in next to Natsuki, who is already facing away from me and covered in my blanket. The room is silent, with only my air conditioning breaking that silence with a soft hum. Hey, Monica. Her voice is now a soft, gentle whisper. What is it? Oh. Just so it's out there. I think you're a great leader. I can't imagine anybody else leading the club other than you. Thanks, Natsuki. That means a lot. I close my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. I'm not sure how much time has passed now, but I can already feel Natsuki's light breathing right beside me. It's a strange feeling, having someone sleep next to you. My mind is at ease, and I feel extremely relaxed. Which is a welcome change, considering I can't even remember the last time I had a good night's rest. I can't help but smile. Yeah. Maybe I have been wrong about them. Maybe this world is punishing me for everything I've wanted to do and tried to do. But I can fix this. I just have to be patient. I've made it this far anyway. I can do this. I move over on my back and let my body completely relax, letting Natsuki's breathing lull me to sleep.